It's nothing curious, it's just the Lamy Safari 2024. Stop right there. What do you mean it's just the Lamy Safari? Well, you are in for a very, very valuable lesson in this video. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host Aaron from Penventure. Welcome to a very, very interesting fountain pen review. And in this one, we are diving into the Lamy universe to check out the new colors of the 2024 Safari edition. And in this one, I'm gonna try to school you on everything that means the Safari and the Lamy brand and why me and you out there need to pay homage to such a brand and such a model, because pretty much what we call today the fountain pen community, the comeback of the writing instrument with the nib, the fountain pen itself, it's tied up very, very securely by Lamy and also the Safari. I'm going to try to go briefly and showcase why do I think it's such an interesting fountain pen. Also, we're going to introduce the two new inks of 2024 from Lamy. We have a very, very limited amount of them in our inventory. And also handwriting, sample, and in the end, we're going to conclude everything in some personal opinions regarding this specific writing instruments. The Lamy Safari that you know today was introduced in the 1980s. Believe it? It looks so synonymous with everything that's going on today in regards of its style. This was so ahead of its time, that's mind-boggling to just think about it. Not to mention that you pretty much can observe lately this fountain pen or the silhouette of this fountain pen in a number of colors being present in commercials, in movies, on the sets. You spot it somewhere on the desk. If there is a close-up with a desk in a scene or in a movie, you've seen this silhouette, this fountain pen. Why is that? Well, because this fountain pen can be regarded as timeless. And it's one of the first fountain pens worldwide as a model, the Lamy Safari, to combine 5 very, very important things. Number one, it's an ink window. This ink window allows you the comfort and pleasure to see what ink color you have inside and also the ink level. Number two, the spring clip, which makes this fountain pen very practical and allows you the practicality aspect of taking this in the shirt pocket, in the jeans with you and keeping it safe. Number three on the list, the stainless steel nib, which is very practical. It is interchangeable and allows you the comfort of writing with this fountain pen with exotic inks and cleaning it very easy. And also you can just simply take this nib out and substitute it with something which is a different size or it writes in a different way that you enjoy. Number four on the list, it's that the entire fountain pen, it's made from ABS plastic and it's injection molded. ABS plastic is also used for things like keyboards, also used for Legos, and this makes this fountain pen very, very durable and it adds a boost of practicality regardless where you take this fountain pen with you. Last on the list, it's number 5 and is this very interesting shape for a triangular section, which if you are a newbie in the fountain pen hobby or to fountain pens, it actually forces you to hold the fountain pen in a specific position, which is the proper position to hold the fountain pen in writing. So those are the 5 things that the Lamy Safari combined for the very first time, I think worldwide, in a specific writing instrument, and this is why we have in the Lamy Safari the best-selling pen worldwide. And you can pretty much understand that this fountain pen is a part of fountain pen history, Hall of Fame, call it whatever you like. Now let's dive into exploring the 2024 edition, because this was marked by 2 specific colors, and we're gonna start first with the custom experience like you use by now on the Penventure YouTube channel. And we have this cardboard box, and inside we have a little bit of the color being visible from the fountain pen that's there. And we're gonna remove everything like this, so the packing gets not super intricate, but anyway, it's gonna keep your fountain pen secured in transit traveling towards you. And we have these 2 beautiful colors which hide a surprise for this year. We have right here the Blackberry Violet, and right here we have pink cliff. And the surprise for this here, well, take a look at this section. We have violet section for the Blackberry Violet, and we have a pink section for the pink cliff. Now, let's base our review on one specific writing instrument, and I'm gonna be biased. The one that I like the most is the pink cliff. And let's start with the overall details of the shape and everything that's regarded as style, because this is a fountain pen which oozes Bauhaus minimalistic style and design and function. Looking at the Lamy Safari so close, we just can swear that we've seen this fountain pen rolling off the assembly line like yesterday, because it's timeless. This fountain pen combines a very, very nice interpretation of the Bauhaus style, which is minimalistic, elegant, and this fountain pen, it's going to be your companion in your pocket regardless if you go into a meeting, if you go into a park, if you go to see some of your friends, if you have something and you want to have a writing instrument in your pocket to write something with it. This fountain pen is not going to scream, look at me, I'm flashy, I have a fountain pen. No. It's going to be discreet, it's going to be very, very elegant, and it's going to draw a lot of attention towards you, but the good type of attention. As I was saying, this is the Pink Cliff 2024, and up and close we have the Blackberry Violet, which brings a new color to our Safari palette, which is this very nice and dull burgundy. We have for the Blackberry Violet this very nice shiny texture, and for the Pink Cliff we have a satin texture, which is very, very pleasing towards the tactile element of the fountain pen. I am not a huge fan of satin fountain pens, but there are satin fountain pens which just simply make it work for me, and the Lamy Safari Pink Cliff 2024 is one of those. Let's get up and close towards the details. On the finial of the Blackberry Violet, we have a violet finial with the crisscross element, and I think this has to do something with the actual injection molding process of this fountain pen. Continuing lower, we have this ridge right here. The finial is flat. Then we have the spring clip, which, as I told you in the introduction, it's very, very practical, and it's basically what makes this fountain pen ready to be carried wherever you go. You just clip it on your shirt. The clip on this one, it's painted in black. The cap, it's a little bit different to what we are used to, because usually with the caps they begin to thin in towards this part right here. With the Lamy Safari, starts thinner and then starts to flare out a little bit. So this is the thickest point of the cap, it's right here. It's a push to cap, so this makes the fountain pen even more practical. So imagine if you're in a meeting and you have to unscrew each time. There are some fountain pens that only have like a complete turn of the cap to unscrew and uncap the fountain pen, but the most easy and most practical way to do it is just like this. Now let's analyze the nibs on this fountain pens. As I told you, we have stainless steel nibs. The Lamy nibs are interchangeable. On them you will find the nib size, which is extra fine in this case, then at the base Lamy, and the feeder, if we are going to be going to the dark side of the nib, the Lamy plastic feeder, which is very, very reliable, and the ink flow on the Lamy Safari is legendary. Let's just say you want to change the nib. How you can do that? Well, I'm going to show you a very interesting trick, and you're going to take the cap like this, and that's it. This is how easy you can remove the nib, and you can slide it in like so, and this is going to make your fountain pen a lot easier to clean, and also you can just explore through many nib sizes. On this fountain pens we have in our store available extra fine, fine, medium, broad. Then we have the genius design of the triangular section, which makes you correct the way you grip your fountain pens. The grip diameter on the Lamy Safari is 8.9 millimeters. If you hold the fountain pen a little bit more higher, you have more of the section to work with, and it's going to feel a little bit different. So if you grip your fountain pens a little bit higher, it's still something pleasant as a writing experience. And then we have this, which is a cardboard stopper for you to stop and not just twist and to puncture the inside cartridge, which is provided with every single Lamy Safari, which is a blue Lamy ink cartridge. So this is something very, very nice regarding the Lamy Safari. It's ready to go as you purchase it. Let's move further, and the ink window, as I was saying, it's going to allow you the practicality of seeing both the ink color inside, and also you can see the ink level in your cartridge or in your cartridge converter. But we're going to go into the filling system a little bit later. Then let's observe the barrel of the fountain pen. So it has these two facets on either sides, and those are flat. Let's put the Blackberry violet next to it. We can spot some of the lines from the injection molding process. You have to understand that when you are in contact with so many people on this industry like I am, you can start to admire some of the processes. It's far easier to make a fountain pen which is more complicated in just like 10, 20, 30 pieces versus doing such a fountain pen that you can produce cost-effective and probably make like a bazillion of them. So this is more complicated. Right here on this facet, aligning with the nib, we have the Lamy logo. Lamy is based in Heidelberg, Germany, and recently they were acquired by Uniball in Japan, but the manufacturing facility is still in Germany, so we are dealing with a German-made fountain pen for the future as well. Maybe they will change something, we don't know yet. What I know today is that I'm in contact with the Lamy distributor in Romania, and from the information we've got, everything is going to be produced in Germany as it was in the past and as it was for this writing instrument. Let's move further, and the barrel is not going to drastically thin in as we move towards the end of the barrel, and right here we have some of the ridges which are left from the injection molding process. Pretty much it's a simple fountain pen, a simple design. Let's get back to the filling system. Well, for the Lamy Safari you have available the Lamy ink cartridges, which are also available on our website. They can be purchased in boxes like this, which contain 5 individual cartridges. This is called the T10 ink cartridge from Lamy. It's available in a variety of colors, and you get one with every single fountain pen. But let's just say you want to use the fountain pen with bottled ink. Well, in that case, you're going to need one of these two converters. We have the Z28, the red one, and we have the Z27, which is the black top one. What is different? Well, for the red top one, we have these 2 pins right here, which are going to be sliding in on the Lamy Safari and the Lamy All-Star on the Lamy series fountain pens, just like this. Also compatible with the Z27. So this is the black one, which doesn't have those 2 pins, and you can introduce it like so, and it's still workable. The Z27, the black one, was made for different model fountain pen, so it's still going to be fitting the Lamy Safari, but it was intended for different models from the Lamy series. This is the details of the Lamy Safari 2024 Pink Cliff and Blackberry Violet. Let's head over into a writing sample with the extra fine nib. I'm a huge fan of blue-black inks, and this is probably what I like regarding the Lamy Cliff ink. Each of them come in bottles like this, 50 milliliters. It's a very smart design because it's going to feature this kind of a nipple, to say so, which it's going to allow you to draw every single drop of ink, and also inside you'll find some paper to wipe your nib clean off. Take the converter and let's move it in the down position. Let's draw some ink. It's this easy. So yeah, I'm ready to go. Pen, Lamy Safari 2024, and this is Pink Cliff ink, Lamy, well, it's not pink, it's just Cliff, nib, Steel, extra fine. Quite smooth for an extra fine nib. It's very, very nice. And you have to understand that this nib wasn't checked, wasn't adjusted, nothing. This is how it came from the box itself. And you've seen, because I've taken it apart and put it back and everything. So this is one go as we record these videos. So it's something which is very reliable, and I trust to send this fountain pens regardless checked or not towards the customer, because I trust Lamy. If they make 10,000 writing instruments, for sure they will write, because each of them is checked. Paper. This is Tomoe River paper. One pass. Let's try double pass. One pass, it's very moderate, to say so, moderate dry, but again, it's consistent, and each fountain pen, it's the same. If you test 20 of them, those are the exact ink flow swabs that you will get from each of them. Now some normal, figure of eights. For sure, this is an European extra fine nib. Flex. Don't try to flex it. If you do so, it's not going to have line variation, but it's going to offer a little bit more ink flow, and that will sort of translate into line variation, but it's quite stiff, and these nibs are not meant to be flexed or something like this. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. The nib has a little bit of feedback, and this is nothing unpleasant. It's still a very, very smooth nib for an extra fine point, and it's very precise, very reliable. It doesn't have any hard stars, nothing whatsoever, and I have not seen a Lamy which is underperforming badly, like badly, not working or something like this. And hands down to them, because when you produce probably millions and millions of fountain pens, and this fountain pen, which is the best selling fountain pen worldwide, you will know that it will reach a lot of hands, and you need to be prepared to have a fountain pen which is writing, because I cannot imagine the warranty and everything that's tied up into the logistic chain when you have such a fountain pen which you sell it worldwide and is not working. So kudos to Lamy for making this fountain pen so good and reliable. Before getting into my personal opinions, let's just simply mention a few things regarding the dimensions of the fountain pen, because I almost forgot about them. As it sits, the Lamy Safari capped like this, it's going to measure 139.5 millimeters. Posted like this in writing, it's going to measure 164 millimeters. Uncapped like this, it's going to measure 129 millimeters. The grip diameter right here near the nib is 8.9 millimeters. Capped or posted like this, the total weight of the fountain pen is 17 grams. And uncapped like this in writing, the total weight is 10 grams. As for a pricing, regardless which Lamy Safari you're going to be just searching through our website, you're going to find it at 18.5 euros, no VAT. If you ask me, that's a lot of value for a writing instrument which is basically that brilliant. Let's analyze some of my personal opinions regarding this specific writing instrument. It's a fountain pen which is basically ready to go. I just grab it, put it in my pocket, and that's it. It's part of my daily carry. And in my daily carry, I have very few fountain pens. Most of the expensive monsters in my fountain pen collection are just sitting on my desk. Whatever you call today the fountain pen industry, the fountain pen community, it's based on the success of fountain pens like this. And you and me need to pay homage towards the simple design fountain pen, which is one of the best-selling fountain pens worldwide at this point. As it was in the 1980s, it's the same fountain pen with the same function, with the same thought behind each specific part and each specific feature, and is still fresh as a daisy today in 2024. Amazing color, amazing fountain pens, great nibs, interchangeable, either if you are at the beginning of the hobby or if you're an experienced person just like me, you still find good reasons and probably the best reasons to actually get such a fountain pen regardless. So this is why I believe it's brilliant. I use it with the cap on it, posted. It's very, very comfortable. The nibs are already checked. They write beautiful. Value for what you get, it's very, very high. To be honest, I don't have any single word to say against this writing instrument. It's going to be one of the most used fountain pens in your collection because it's that practical. Anyway, this concludes our review. I hope you enjoy the content which is presented on the Pen Adventure YouTube channel. Let me know if I did a good job. If not, if you have any questions, use the comment section down below. If you want to see more fountain pens like this, if you find my content useful, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. This will help me a lot with the YouTube algorithm and everything else. If you're looking for some of the Lamy Safaris and any other Lamy fountain pens, I'm gonna leave you a link down below. You can check it and you can get your Lamy from Pen Adventure. I know that so many of you that are watching right now are probably not subscribed to the Pen Adventure YouTube channel. If you want to subscribe right now, it's very, very easy. Just click there, turn the notification bell on, and you will be notified whenever we have content like this. If you want to watch my previous content, I'm gonna leave you this right here. You can click and enjoy. As always, I'm your host Henry from Pen Adventure. I look forward to seeing you next video. Take care, stay safe, bye bye.